I want to ask Dr. Nasir, we were talking about Lebanon. Two victims of Bangladeshi descent have been killed in these strikes. They are hailing from the Satkira region of Bangladesh. And of course, the commission in Beirut has said there shall be attempts at having them repatriated to Bangladesh. It really has effects of global importance. How would you want to see this, that the UN forces in Lebanon are fighting Israel itself, whereas the UN is widely seen as the spokesperson for peacekeeping worldwide?
Yeah. So that is very unfortunate. This is very unfortunate. We have peacekeepers in Lebanon itself also, and it is a very shocking situation for Bangladesh as well, because you know in recent days there is no visa from the UAE, and many of the other countries already blocked the issuing visa to Bangladeshi workers, which was in practice. Even in Lebanon, once there was, if I am not wrong, there was 170,000 Bangladeshi workers legally or illegally had been working there, and there was a significant flow of remittance from the Lebanon. And there are hospitality sectors like restaurants, cleaning service, and domestic, few of the other activities. These were mostly dominated by the Bangladeshi, both male and female workers. And now, as per the latest information which is available in the net, it is something like 36,000 people are working there, only 36,000, which was 170,000 a few years back. So already there was a decrease in the number of expatriates staying there.
Right.
And out of this 36,000, Bangladesh government had to evacuate 1,000 plus, officially 1,000 plus, due to the war situation, and many of the Bangladeshis at their own has either come back to Bangladesh or shifted to some other country. So on this context, only few of the Bangladeshis who had no other way but to either face the war, take the risk of life, and send some money for his family back home. That's why they have stayed there. Otherwise, this number, as I mentioned, should have been much more. It is only the needy people, only the very needy people, they have stayed there, and few other business community maybe for their business, but they are not in the forefront. They are in the backside. They have shifted from the war zone. But these unfortunate workers, they could not shift anywhere else. They had to stay there for their survival, because in the Middle East, this policy of visa is very strict. You have though your passport is your own property, but you will never get your freedom to keep your passport with you. It is always with the employer. So that's why they cannot go right and left. Wherever they go, they will be treated as illegal migrants, and anytime they may be jailed. So they will have to obey the instructions of their employer. So thereby, these poor fellows, they had been staying there, and many other thousands are there facing the war. But they have no interest. This country doesn't belong to them. They are our children, they are our brothers and sisters, but they are giving their lives. So this is the right time that we should pray for them, first of all. And Bangladesh, in fact, cannot do anything, because whole world is after that. We cannot do anything, but only the thing that if they should be encouraged that if you want to come back, we'll rehabilitate you. We have various banks, financial institutions in the name of welfare of the expatriates. They have many institutions have been developed in Bangladesh, but there is no data that how much development these particular institutions have done to the expatriates or those who have come back from the different Middle East countries. There is no data. The government should encourage them. If you face it difficult to stay there, come back. We are here to help you out. You will not be starving in the country anymore.
Our relationship with the nation of India, as well as I just mentioned, they'll be hosting the Global South Summit, the BRICS Summit. And of course, the foreign advisor here, Mr. Humayun Kabir, he's also a member of the Bangladesh National Party. He had stated some of the comments in the last couple of days. He had said that we will be the referee between India and Chinese relationships and, of course, confrontations if there are any. And of course, West Bengal had their cabinet meeting of the first of its kind yesterday. in which it said in 45 days they will be building their fencing on the border with Bangladesh. This is to curb any kind of illegal immigration that may happen. I want to get your comment because just in the last couple of days we have seen a killing of a Bangladeshi national over this border dispute. Of course, our border guard Bangladesh has received the body of the deceased. So I want to ask you, given that you have military doctrine, knowledge of the military as well, how do you see these latest developments, especially because we see a reciprocal trade agreement put into place just 3 days before the last election?
So here two aspects. First, if you talk about the regional activities pertaining to India and Bangladesh, it is very unfortunate that when the very first move of the West Bengal new cabinet, they have taken the decision of handing over land for erection of the fenceway, and it's unfortunate. The way our foreign minister, I was shocked by hearing his very statement that we are not afraid of India. Why you should be afraid of India? Why we need to say we are afraid or we are not afraid? We are not going to going for a war against the India. You see, the war is not the solution. Had the war been the solution, America could have owned over Iran much more before.
80
it
days
is the
ago,
third consecutive month should not have been taken. Russia could take over Ukraine at any time. So this era is not the era of war or weaponry or getting afraid, not getting afraid. It is the diplomacy. It is your connection. It is your build up of your own strength to withstand the international pressure. I repeat, building your own strength to withstand the international pressure, world scenario pressure. So thereby the maturity remains. This particular fencing, where you will find? You will find in Israel, you will find in Mexican border. India shares border with so many countries. How many fences they have developed in Azad Kashmir? How many fences they have over the Chinese border or even in Myanmar border? So why within Bangladesh? So what they are trying to depict is that for Bangladeshis, India is a very attractive place, which is really not. The culture of the border, a group of border people is very common that they go on the other side of the border in the morning, and at the day end they come back. Even the Indians also do the same thing, because I personally served in the army. I was in the border area for some time. Border is so exposed. Nowadays fencing is done, but before that there was no fencing like that, and there are instances in favor of the villages in the bordering area that your kitchen is on the other side of the border, but your
there are some places in Bangladesh,
yes,
such as that.
The same pond, one side is India, one side is in Bangladesh. That is the scenario. It is a small canal, on the other side it is India, this side is Bangladesh. There are so many border huts are also there. So altogether, the friendship means a lot, because if your neighbor is not in a comfortable situation, you cannot say I am comfortable. You may be staying in a very glass fenced, very air conditioned room, but if you can see somebody is not getting food on the other side of the glass, and somebody is searching food, dying without medicine, that doesn't give you comfortable, because your neighbor you can see he is not in a comfortable position. So that makes the sense. India should now understand that this is a very unprofessional way of dealing with the neighbor. This is not the way they should deal. And if you talk about the second part, that is the dominance of China and USA, yes, the agreement signed just 3 days before the election by the interim government, that is being criticized nowadays under tremendous pressure. There had been a lot of demand that it should be made public, it should come to the parliament, because as per the constitution, whatever agreement you make, that should be discussed in the parliament, whether before or after. If there is any non-disclosure agreement, you skip it.
Right.
Definitely. But why a country like us should make some agreement with USA, which cannot be exposed. Is it only because of the defensive one? Then okay, skip the defense part. If it is a commercial part, we have all the rights that what my government is going to do with the other countries. Say for I give a simple example, if it is import of poultry or import of fish,
right.
My fisherman must know, my poor farmers must know whether he should go for further extension of his poultry industry in the future or not, whether he should go for fishery cultivation or not. But I do not know anything. Suddenly I find tomorrow lots of cows coming before the this Eid al-Azha. I do not know anything. Suddenly it will be coming. So what should be my condition? That's why as a citizen of the country, I must know what is the commercial steps are being taken by the
right.
government, or what agreement is there in the paper which may be imposed at any time. That is nothing to hide and seek. So unfortunately that practice did not come in our country, in our culture. So I think this is the time we should now shout that please, whatever has happened, but in future let us do something. And
right.
This visit of the US President in China in other way, it is significant to us also, because this particular agreement is aimed as curtailing the dominance of China over not only in Bangladesh, India, Indian subcontinent. And I am quite optimistic, or quite sure that one of the topics of discussion between the two presidents of the USA and China will be the Taiwan issue.
Right.
And if it is a Taiwan issue, definitely the regional peace, that is the Indian Ocean as a symbol of peace should come up. And if it is an issue of Indian Ocean, definitely the interest of Bangladesh comes up.